Hello everyone, this is an English language lesson and it is for the Form 4 and Form 5 pupils. We are looking at the SPM new format and this is for writing, which is paper 2. Now let's look at the new format. In the new format, there are 4 papers. So you have paper 1, which is 1119/1 and it is the reading and use of English paper. And for paper 2, we have writing paper. So the code is 1119/2. And paper 3, 1119/3 is for speaking. And paper 4, 1119/4 is for listening. Today we're going to discuss paper 2, which is the writing paper. Here you have 3 sections in the paper, and each section carries 20 marks. The time for the paper is 1 hour 30 minutes. Now let's look at the paper. For paper 2, there are 3 parts. Part 1, there is 1 question, 20 marks. Part 2, also 1 question, 20 marks. And part 3, there are 3 questions. Pupils have to answer 1 question only, also 20 marks. So time will be 1 hour 30 minutes and the total marks 60. Here is the sample paper for writing. Part 1, it is called Short Communicative Message. There are various types. For example, you have formal email, formal letter, informal email, and informal letter. The content is guided, where there are WH questions or there are WH sentences where you have to answer the task. Length is about 80 words and marks again 20. Then we have part 2. Part 2 is called guided writing. You have to use appropriate format. It is an essay. Again, the content is guided where you have WH questions and then you have to provide reasons. The length is about 125 to 150 words. Again, marks 20. And the last part is called extended writing. There are various types here where you have review, report, article, story. Remember, for this part, which is part 3, candidates or students have to choose only 1 question to answer. So again, this is guided, where there are a lot of WH questions for you to answer. And the length is 200 to 250 words. Marks 20. Dear pupils, let's look at the writing format for part 1 in this paper. We are looking at email or letter. So again, for short communicative messages, there are 2 types where you can have formal or informal. So there are both letters and also there are emails. First, let's look at the format or the plan for formal letter or email. First of all, remember that we have the opening, which is a salutation or greeting. And then you have paragraph 1 for introduction, paragraph 2 will be for contents, and then you can continue maybe with paragraph 3 for contents, paragraph 4, and then paragraph 5 could be the ending. Paragraph 6 is the closing, and also you need to sign off. So here, for example, paragraph 1, in the opening, there is salutation or greeting. So you need to use formal greeting, such as Dear Mr. Jones, Dear Mrs. Hanson, Dear Sir, Dear Madam, Dear Editor. And then for paragraph 2, 3, and 4, you need to state the reason for writing. For example, you have seen an article, advertisement, or in maybe television, newspaper, or magazine. And you can give opinion if it is relevant. Let's look at some examples here, such as I have just read about, I have seen advertisement in, I'm writing to apply for. Then remember that you need to expand your ideas and support with reasons, and also give examples if it is relevant. Remember to use polite, formal language. Avoid using contractions or expressions or phrasal verbs, such as, could you tell me if, I would like to ask, I would like to know, or I hope. You can end by, later on you have paragraph 5, where you end by summarizing your points or opinion and make reference to the future or the fact that you liked a reply. Let's get some examples here. I believe, if my suggestions are, I'm sure you agree, I look forward to hearing from you. Remember that you have to use formal phrase, so you have to sign off. For example, you can write yours sincerely when you know the recipient, or yours faithfully when you do not know the recipient. Let's look at the format for formal letter, and later on we'll look at the format for formal email. So here, for formal letter, you can have such as job application, inquiry, letter of complaint, or to give suggestions. So first of all, you need to look at the format. Here you have, first of all, Ramesh Kumar, your name, and also you have the address of the sender. For example, 61 Felda Sungai Merap, 81900, Kota Tinggi, Johor. So after that, make sure that you have, you write or you have a line after the word Johor. So later on, then you can write the position of the person you're going to write to or the recipient, such as the personal manager, and then the address. Waterstones Bookstore, Lot 21A, Plaza Angsana, Pusat Bandar Tampoy, 81200, Johor Bahru, Johor. And then don't forget, on the right hand side, you have to write the date, 18 June, for example, 2020. Then you have to have the greeting or the salutation. So you need to write, for example, Dear Sir. After that, you have the title, job application. Then you can start your first paragraph. I'm writing to apply for the position of graphic designer as advertised on the website searchforwork.com. After that, you can continue with your contents. So there are paragraph 2, 3, and also 4. Okay, and then after that, you can write your closing or your conclusion. And then don't forget to sign off. You can write yours faithfully or yours sincerely, and then sign your name, Ramesh Kumar. And then don't forget that you have to write your full name clearly. Okay, and they are in uppercase or capital letters, Ramesh Kumar. So this is the format for formal letter. Now let's look at an example. This is for formal letter, and this example is in the textbook. So first of all, we have salutation, Dear Mayor. And then we have paragraph 1, where you have the introduction, like details, and the purpose of writing. I have just read in the local newspaper that many of our vulnerable elderly citizens in the city's nursing home are depressed. I think this is a very sad situation, and I'm writing to ask that you urgently consider taking the following measures. So this is the introduction paragraph. And then you can have the contents. So you can have paragraph 2, and also you can have paragraph 3. And then you can write the ending, which is paragraph 4, followed by the closing, which is paragraph 5, and then sign off, where you write yours faithfully, and then the name. So let's look at the content for paragraph 2. First of all, so you are using or the linking words. The City Council should employ an entertainment organizer at the home. Small music concerts, book readings and other events could be organized in order to stimulate the old people and hopefully make them smile. I'm sure you agree that laughter is often the best therapy. And then you have another paragraph for the content. Furthermore, the council could organize outings. If coach excursions to famous landmarks or trips to the countryside were arranged, it would enable the elderly to experience the outside world again instead of sitting inside all day. Finally, which is the ending paragraph, with your agreement, my friends and I intend to arrange for volunteers to visit the home perhaps once a week so that the elderly have regular contact with other people. Now we have the closing. I look forward to seeing you put some ideas into action soon. Then you have to sign off. Yours faithfully, Mary Clark. Here's another formal letter. So let's get the example. This is also taken from your textbook. So we have a dear, so this is salutation or greeting. And then we have the first paragraph. I'm writing to apply for the position of summer shop assistant, which I saw advertised recently on the internet. So here you can mention the reason why you're writing, that is to apply for a position. And where is the source? It is on the internet. You have paragraph 2, content. I'm a 16-year-old student at Melway High School, specializing in languages for my final exams. I have certificates at intermediate level in English and German, and I have also been learning Italian for the last year. At the weekends, I currently work as a cashier at a local supermarket. And then we have paragraph 3, also the content. In my spare time, I organize a local club where we design and build our own model aeroplanes, which we fly in competitions. Painting is another of my hobbies, and 2 of my pictures were chosen for an art exhibition in London last year. And then we have the ending here. I would enjoy working full-time in your shop during school holidays because I'm very interested in arts and crafts. My experience of shop work and my knowledge of languages would, I believe, be useful, especially with summer visitors from abroad. I look forward to. So this is the closing. And then you have to sign off yours sincerely or yours faithfully, and then write the name of the sender, Jack Green. Now let's look at another email. So this is formal email. So we have, before that, you have the blanks for from and to. So if in the exam, there is no template given, so remember that you have to write from and to. Example here, from erinpeters72@gmail.com and to application@memories.co.uk. You can even write another blank, which is the subject of the email. So here, let's start. You have salutation, greeting, dear sir or madam. Then you have the introduction, which is the purpose. I'm writing to apply for the position of shop assistant as advertised on the website searchforwork.com. Then we have paragraph 2. I'm 18 years old and in my final year of school. I believe I'm suitable for this position because I have all the necessary qualifications. I'm able to use a computer well, and I'm quite fluent in Spanish. I'm also available to work during any day of the week, including weekends. Then we have paragraph 3, also the content. In addition, I have previous experience of working at a gift shop. I worked full-time for Gift for All between June and September last year. Furthermore, I consider myself to be trustworthy. I'm always punctual and understand the importance of being helpful and polite to customers. Then we have the closing. Please contact me if you have any questions regarding my application. I'm available for an interview at your convenience. I look forward to hearing from you. And then we have the sign off, where you write yours faithfully and your name, Erin Peters. Now let's look at some way to write your answers. So these are example sentences or phrases. First of all, we have the formal greeting. So you can write, Dear Sir, Dear Madam, Dear Mayor, Dear Mr. Rashid, Dear Miss Salma, Dear Mrs. Liao, or Dear Editor. And then for paragraph 1, remember that this is for introduction. So you have to write the reason for writing, and also you can state the source of information. Examples, I have just read about, I've just seen an article or an advertisement or story about, I'm writing to apply for, I'm writing to request, I'm writing to inform you, I'm writing to express my dissatisfaction with, the reason I'm writing is to apply for, the reason I'm writing is to apologize for, or the reason I'm writing is to complain about. And then for the contents, you can write maybe in 2 or 3 paragraphs. So it can be paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and also paragraph 4. So remember here, you have to expand your ideas, and then you have to provide examples. For formal email or letter, please avoid phrasal verbs or expressions, and also contractions. And then remember, in your contents, you're supposed to use all the linking words. So let's begin. We have examples here like first of all, firstly, secondly, you have next, you have in addition, you have furthermore, you have moreover, besides. And then you can write, I would like to ask, or no, I was wondering, could you tell me if? And then for paragraph 5, we have the ending. Remember, for the ending, you need to write, sum up the main points, and then make reference to the future or the fact that you would like a reply. Examples, if my suggestions are put into action, I hope act on my suggestions. I'm sure or I'm certain you agree that. I believe you will. I look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible. I look forward to your reply. The last paragraph, which is paragraph 6, is the closing. Remember that you have to close, and then you have to use formal phrase. And then don't forget to sign off. So you can write, yours sincerely, when you know the name of the recipient, or yours faithfully, when you don't know the recipient. Now let's look at informal letter or email. So this is the plan or the format. We have the opening, which is the salutation or greeting, followed by the introduction, and then we have paragraph 2, 3, 4, and 5, which are the contents. And then you need to have your ending and also your closing and sign off. So here let's look at the first part. You can use informal greeting. For example, dear mom, dear sis, dear Ain, dear Mandy, hideout. You can write also, which is to thank the person for his or her letter. And then you can also say why you're writing or give news. For example, thanks for your letter. Your news sounds great. Or I'm writing too. And then for the content paragraphs, use friendly and formal language. And then remember to expand your ideas and support with examples or reasons. There are a few phrases here. For example, I love to. The best thing to do is, if I were you, I'd. And then for the last part, end by summarizing your points or opinion. Then you can make reference to the future, the fact that you would like a reply. Let me know if, I hoped. You can write also your wish here. I'm really looking forward to. Okay, then the last part, remember that use informal phrase to sign off. You can write bye, bye for now, take care. Dear pupil, this is the format for informal email. So an informal email is usually sent to a friend, a relative, or an acquaintance, note the layout below. So this is the layout where you have to, from, and the subject. So you can write, remember the email, example elaine728@yahoo.com, from Karen341@freenet.com, and then the subject, birthday party. Then we have the greeting. The greeting, remember, you must write dear. So you can write dear or hi or dearest. And remember, there must be a comma after the name. For example, dear Elaine, then comma. And then you have paragraphing. Here, the paragraphing, we are using block paragraph. Okay, block paragraphs, you need to leave a blank in between the paragraph. So do remember this. So you can have your introduction, your content paragraph, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and also your closing paragraph. And then to end, you have to sign off. You can write hope to see you soon, and then write the name of the sender. For example here, Karen. This is an example of an informal letter. So an informal letter is a personal letter usually written to a friend, a relative, or an acquaintance. Note the layout below. So here, first of all, you have the name, your name on the top right hand side of the page. Example, you have Anang Dahlan. And then you have your address, lot 201, Jalan Tapang 93250, Kuching, Sarawak. Then you have the date below the address, 18 June, for example, 2020. And then don't forget, you need to have the salutation or the greeting. Like here, dear Khadija. And then you will write your paragraphs. So the first one, introduction, followed by the contents and the closing. And remember here, you use indent paragraph. Okay, what are indent paragraphs? You start the first line of each paragraph under the comma, or there are spacings for indent paragraph. For every paragraph, you have to have spacing. After that, you're going to write the last part, which is the ending. And then you can choose just a word, for example, like love. And then sign off by writing your name, Anang. Here is an example from the textbook. Let's look at the example now. Okay, we have the greeting or salutation. Hello, Mark. And then you have paragraph 1, where you write the introduction with details and the purpose. How are things? I haven't heard from you for ages. Anyway, I've got some great news. So this is your first paragraph. And then you can write paragraph 2 and also paragraph 3. For example, here we have, as you know, I've been nagging my parents to get me a laptop for a long time. Well, guess what? They're getting me one for my birthday, which, by the way, is in 2 days. Isn't that incredible news? I won't need to use my dad's ancient computer anymore, and I'll be able to organize all my music files and films. And then for paragraph 3, here's some more exciting news. I'm having a party on Saturday. Would you like to come? You know, we haven't seen you since you changed school, and it'll be a good opportunity to see old friends. What do you think? And the last part is the ending. Well, that's all for now. Write back with all your news. I hope you can make it to my party. And then sign off by writing yours and name of the sender. Here is another example. We have Dear Mark. So this is the salutation or greeting. And the first paragraph, guess what? My parents and I are staying at the resort in your country this summer. That means I'll be able to get together with you and some of our others who were here on the language course last year. I'm so excited. Then you have paragraph 2, you can continue with paragraph 3. We'll be there during the month of August, so I was thinking of paying you a visit on the second weekend in August. Would that be convenient for you? I plan to arrive by train sometime on Friday afternoon, and I was wondering if you could recommend a good hostel somewhere near the station. I don't want to be too much of a nuisance. So could we get together anytime at any place that is best for you? Just tell me how to get there from the station and I'll find it. So for the content, you can decide either you want to write one paragraph or you want to write 2 or 3 for the contents. Okay, now we have the ending. You probably remember that I'm really into photography. I would really love to get some good shots of nature, spots or places of historical interest while I'm there too. What do you suggest? And then you can have a closing paragraph where you write, well, got to go now. Can't wait to hear from you. So you can sign off after that and then write the name of the sender, yours, Andrew. Now students, let's look at some examples of phrases or sentences. For greeting, remember that this is informal, so you can write hi, hello, for example, dear dad or dearest sister. And then we have paragraph 1, which is introduction. You can thank for the letter or the email, and then you can write the purpose of writing, and then you can also share some news. Example, how are you? How is it going? I hope you and your family are well. Thanks for your email or thanks for your letter. Your news sounds. It was great to hear your news. I'm writing too. I think I told you that, and that's the reason I'm writing. For the content paragraphs, you can have maybe 2 paragraphs, so it will be content 3 or paragraph 3 or 4, or you can have even 3 paragraphs. So you have paragraph 2, 3 and 4. Here you need to use friendly or informal language. And then remember to expand your ideas, provide examples or reasons. Let's look at the phrases here. I'd love to. It would be great if we could. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. Why don't we? Shall we? Let's. The best thing to do is, if I were you, I'd. Then remember that you can use sequence connectors and also linking words. For example, we have here, first of all, firstly, first, as, for, and then you can use others like besides, furthermore, moreover, in addition, apart from that. Then for paragraph 4, which is the ending, remember that you can make reference to the future or the fact that you would like a reply. Then you can even write comments or your hope or wish. Don't worry too much. Everything will be okay soon. It won't last forever. I can't wait to. I'm looking forward to. Let me know if. Don't forget to. I hope my advice has helped. Let me know what happens. I hoped goes well. And then for paragraph 5, we have the closing. Remember to use informal phrase to end your letter or email. And then don't forget to sign off. You can write bye for now. Bye. See you soon. Take care. Keep in touch. Write soon. Notes. Before you start writing, remember that you have to make sure that you understand why you're writing. So you have to understand the task. There are various tasks such as whether are you supposed to give information, or are you going to complain about something, or your friend asks for you to give suggestions, or you are trying to apply for something or to apologize. So make sure that you know whether it is formal or informal, and note down any ideas you have. Make sure that you cover all the notes and make a plan or a format. So make sure that you have the correct format. When you have finished writing, do check, have you followed the plan or the format, and then have you answered the question in the task. Thank you for watching this video. Do remember to subscribe to my channel. It is called Educator Omni Tube. See you in part 2 of this lesson. Signing off. Bye bye.